And we're rollifying! Woo!
Okay, so I think we should have a new... I'm totally springing this on Chris.
Yeah, what?
I have a new, part of these Car-versations called Have You Ever?
Oh, boy! I am so down for this.
Okay, good. Because I just had a really bizarre Have You Ever moment. And so,
This could also be your mom way of getting me to did you take out the trash? Never have I ever.
No. Okay, so
I'm curious.
I like Chris. I'm a butterfly person, and I'm all over the place and doing 3 things at once and not paying attention really to much of any of it. And I have to say, unfortunately, that sometimes I do that while I'm driving. I think a lot. I do a lot of my thinking.
You what? What?
I do a lot of my thinking while I'm driving. Okay, it's like my little therapy session. And so and we were in the car together, and we've been driving and doing errands and this and that. And my brain's off in this little section because we had a 5-minute period of quietness. And so I'm thinking about this and that, and then all of a sudden I kind of wake up and I look and I'm like, where am I?
You were just going and then turning and then going.
I am so on autopilot 90% of the time that I drive.
Oh my god. Well, nice to know. Maybe I should drive.
No, you're worse than me.
Yeah, we found that out when we were driving up to Georgia.
Oh my gosh, down to Georgia.
Whatever. You survived.
See, that's a problem if we're driving up to Georgia. Yeah, so all of a sudden, though, I had this panic of where am I? What street am I on? And where am I going?
Where did you come from? Where did you go?
But have you ever had, well, maybe not. Well, I know you've actually had that. But is there anything else out there?
Are we going to tell that story? So, so this happened one of the first times I ever drove by myself. I didn't have a phone at this point. I was just driving down the Coles, okay? No problem there. Well, here's the thing. I printed up directions on Google Maps. Mm-hmm. Printed them out, mind you. Because this was, a year ago. But
back in the old days.
So I had the directions here on the side, and I was driving. Well, I missed the road that I was supposed to turn down.
Oh, gosh.
Funnily enough, it was actually this one. I'm not even joking. What the heck?
We're here.
It was that Coles, right? That's right over there.
Are you having a deja vu moment?
Are we actually going in there?
Yeah. Well, not Coles, but...
Oh. Okay.
That's why we gotta hurry.
Okay. So, yeah, this will be a short one. But, so I missed that. Mm-hmm. And I'm just driving along, looking for this road. I realize there should be a road, this is not a shopping area. I'm in a neighborhood.
I know exactly where you.
You know exactly, yeah. And I'm freaking out because why? Have I just not come to it yet? Because this should not be this far.
Why would Google be taking me? Well, Google does that all the time. Actually, it takes you through neighborhoods.
So I decide, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna drive back. I didn't remember where I turned and where I had.
Oh my god.
So I'm driving and I realize I have no clue where I am. I have no way to contact anybody. What the heck?
Gosh.
I'm gonna freak out. So then I finally get on a road that I recognize. Uh-huh. I'm not gonna say the name.
Okay.
But I got on a road I recognized. Mm-hmm. And I drove to your place. You didn't even know this. Yeah.
And you didn't say hi?
Well, no, here's the thing. I got so freaked out. I didn't know how to get to Dad's place from your place.
Oh, no.
So I park in your place. I go up into your area.
Really?
No answer.
I was probably not home. I was probably at the gym.
She spends her whole life at the gym.
Yes, I love the gym.
I didn't know what to do. So I drove to the Whole Foods. And then I kind of freaked out, and then I finally figured out. I managed to get home. Mm-hmm. I get home and Dad goes, so did you get the shirts? because I was getting him shirts. I said, not exactly. He said, well, go back and get them.
Oh.
So I had to go out. Thankfully, this time, like, everything was good. But that was my little adventure there.
So that was kind of a have you ever, because you were like not paying attention to where you were driving.
Yeah, it'll count. It'll count.
But yeah, I know what you're talking about. Down that road, there's like, all of a sudden goes to like nothing.
It's like shopping center,
yeah.
boom.
Yeah, it's like really weird.
Neighborhood.
And it's all area that just doesn't look familiar because we never go down that way.
I love those like houses that are right off of the highway.
I know.
Who
chooses? I really want to,
I want my kids to live in constant fear of getting smushed.
I don't want to take the 10 seconds to drive out through a neighborhood. I just want to be right there. I want to be right there, right on the freeway.
I want to worry about like drunk drivers or like a semi tipping.
Yeah.
If a semi rolled into your house, what would happen?
You'd be dead. That would freak me out.
Well, we're here. We should probably get out and then we'll resume when we get back.
Yes. Okay.
See you soon.
Bye.
That was awesome. Woo! Boy, could you get any more stereotypically Jewish? Guess I gotta hold that side up.
Okay, that was good. That was fast. That's what we needed because we have. Oh my gosh, we've got 20 minutes.
Don't give specifics.
To do what we still got to do next.
Lovely. So what were we talking about? I don't even remember.
Well, we were talking about driving.
Oh, yeah.
But what do you want to talk about now?
Well, we did promise you something last time that I guess we should deliver upon said promise.
Okay.
You remember that promise?
Yes. Yes, I do. Girl crushes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, would you consider me a hopeless romantic?
Yes, you are. So all those girls that are out there that are looking for a romantic man, he is so.
You don't say that public on the internet, Mom.
Sorry.
Oh gosh.
Sorry.
And there was a break.
You are such a sweetheart. I tell you though, there's whoever you marry is going to be so happy because you are so loving, so caring.
Thank you. It
such
feels
a
good.
romantic and a gift giver. You've got all the qualities.
Thank you. That is like, what are they called? Love languages?
Yes.
I can definitely tell like gifts are one of mine.
Yep.
Well, at the by the time I release this, I will already give it to him. But I have like a gift for Andrew.
Oh.
So got him a shirt.
Shh! Don't tell him. Oh, you are gonna already.
Yeah.
Give him.
Oh yeah. And now we're getting guests.
Yes.
So should I carry on the conversation by myself, or should we pause it?
You can do it. I'll just be back in just a minute.
Okay. So do you remember Holly?
Holly.
Radke?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, because she had the same last name as.
Yeah. So I don't like now that I look back, at the time I thought that I had a crush on her. Now that I look back, it was probably just like a friendship, you know. But like I wanted. Wow, audio got a lot significantly better. Anyway, like one of those things where like you want to be friends with somebody of the other gender, but like you're young, so all your friends are ooh, you have a crush. Now that I think about it, like I just wanted to hang out, you know, just like yeah. Just friend zone, I guess. So I remember hanging out with her a lot. And there was a time where we went over to her house and it was like a play date. And their mother was like a fitness instructor and had this huge room where like the ground was all mats and these huge mirrors all over the walls. And I remember her telling me, you cannot touch the mirror. You cannot touch the mirror or you will get in big trouble. I touched the mirror. It's like when she wasn't looking, just because it was a challenge, I went up and I just planted my hand on it. And I walked away.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I came in at an interesting moment. You put your hand on what?
Holly's house. There was like a room of mirrors, or there was like a mirror on the wall. Do you remember that? And
oh my gosh, Holly was such a cutie. Oh my gosh, what a sweetheart.
And I remember her telling me like, you cannot touch the mirror. Mommy will get very upset.
Oh my gosh, she had the biggest brown eyes. Okay, sorry.
I still have like a thing for dark eyes.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Yeah. But anyway, so that was that. And I have no more memories of her besides that, really.
I don't know what, yeah.
Well, because there was the pumpkin patch thing where, like, it was something like when we were doing Halloween, we picked out pumpkins as a family, and then we were going to hang out with their family. And then we couldn't because she had chickenpox. And that's and I was so upset. I was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
So, I've never had chickenpox.
I wonder what happened to them.
I don't know. I tried to find them on Facebook. Because they came to Adventure that one time. Do you remember that?
No, but I do remember she looked a lot like Chloe, you know.
Oh my gosh, that's so true.
Yeah.
That is so true.
Chloe looked a lot like her. Okay, my gas is done. I'm out of here.
If only that were true. No. So, after Holly, which, like, again, in retrospect, wasn't a crush. It was, I want to be friends with this person. But because the only way I know how to relate to a girl is calling it a crush, I'm going to do that. What was next? I think next was Bryn.
Okay, one more errand.
Do you remember Bryn?
Yes. She was a pretty thing, too. She had dark hair, dark eyes also. With blonde hair, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a thing for dark eyes. So, anyway, we were... Okay, so we were in class. Where am
I going?
When was she in class? Like, do you remember what grade?
What grade Bryn came in? Gosh.
I know it was 5th grade.
Yeah.
And 4th? I think it was like at least 3rd. It was a long
probably.
time. I was crushing on her for quite a long time. Because I did the package drop off, which I think I've already shared that story. But in case I haven't, I'm going to again.
It's so sweet.
And you were there. You helped with it.
Yep.
So why don't you give your side?
That's okay. You can do it. I'm always talking.
No, but I want to hear you talk. They've heard me tell this story. I know this story. I want to hear it from your perspective. Let's put it that way.
So I don't even remember what all you had in it.
I remember, though. It was because we had gone to Safeway, and it had one of those, like, teddy bears covered in hearts.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. It was a bear.
And it had a quote-unquote handwritten on the computer in Microsoft Word, the original. Oh my gosh. Do you remember?
Was Comic Sans your favorite?
I think it was an Arial. Wait, was Comic Sans actually my favorite?
No.
Okay, good.
You hate Comic Sans.
I hate it with a passion. It was probably Times New Roman.
And it's what I always did all of my, when I was a teacher.
Yeah.
I did all my printing, all my papers in Comic Sans.
There's so many better fonts. There's so many better handwritten looking fonts.
But not a kid's looking one.
Defont.com. Yeah, you can download millions of fonts. Free. And a lot of, like, ones that look good and handwritten and look young kitty, but not that particular.
Everything but that.
Yeah. Literally, I think it's called, like, killcomicsans.com. Anyway, so what was I saying? Oh, yeah, I remember at one point, oh, this is so cringy. I said, I like you. If you like me to, email me at...
Didn't you also have, like, I thought you had the boxes, or was that Noah?
Oh.
Do you like me, yes or no?
Was that me?
I thought that's what you'd done one of those at some point.
I was desperate. Oh, gosh. And so, anyway, we put all of this into this bag. I think this was on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
So...
Yes.
This is, like, at the pickup, when they pick up the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And you had picked me up. Mm-hmm. You had the package in your car, right?
Yeah.
Because I couldn't carry that all through school. Yeah. So I had this package, and then you pulled around, right? And opened the door, and I ran out of the car. Ran to her, dropped the package off.
Yes.
Like, keep going. I want to hear your side.
Go ahead.
I dropped the package off. I don't think I even said anything.
No, you didn't. You didn't.
I recognized
her.
Anyway, and I just bolted back to the car.
Yeah.
Probably 13 different shades of red.
Yeah.
And, okay, so, on that thing... Hello, sir, what are you wearing? It's like this weird chest harness. You can't even see what it looks like. I thought we were going to pass him.
I thought we were too, but I didn't know where he was going. I didn't want to run him over.
He's
wearing one also. There's the moped.
There's the moped! Oh! There was a moped that cut us off earlier and then was going like 20 miles an hour.
Yes. I'm like, are you kidding me?
That's it. That's that moped. Lost one.
You cut in front of me and then you drive
That's not even cool.
slow.
So anyway, that note had a thing that said like, if you like I like you. If you like me, email me at in our email. I was so hopeful. Every day once I got home from school, I went on the computer and I would check our email.
Oh.
I never got an email.
Crushed.
Ah.
That's where that comes from. A crush crushes you because it's very rarely returned.
Yeah, you're telling me. I don't think I've ever had I've never had a mutual crush that, to my knowledge, like.
Well, I think that's the common. I mean, that's the nature of them. They usually are one-sided.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's called a relationship.
Well.
If it's two-sided, but if it's one-sided, it's a crush.
Yeah, I mean, but like even just like having an attraction to somebody and then having them.
Like you back.
Yeah. Like.
Yeah.
So on that note.
That's a happy note.
Why don't do we here? We're somewhere we need to go. So why don't we pause this again?
Okay.
This is what we do. These are the real Car-versations with us. This is gonna be a long video.
Okay. Bye.
Okay. Let's skedaddle. Skedaddle. Bye. Boom! Sudden future jump. So, where were we? I honestly don't even remember.
Crushes. I remember.
Well, look, I just want to hear, like, what was your perspective on that story? About that dropping off the...
On Bryn? Well, it would have been nice if you would have, like, said something to her, like, Happy Valentine's Day or something, you know, as opposed to, like, throwing the box at her and it dropping to the ground.
Yeah, so I have this thing where girls intimidate me. If you couldn't tell, I don't speak.
Yeah. You're shy around girls. I don't know why. We're not, like, scary.
You're gonna bite me. Just I feel like every little thing I do, you're judging it.
Aww.
And so I decide I'm not gonna do anything.
Jeez.
Whereas like the fear of I'll start a conversation and then boom, the well of conversation runs dry. And it's just... But I don't want to leave.
Aww.
But I can't think of anything to say.
Well, that's what causes like you'll be on the phone with somebody that you like and you'll just be there in silence and just hearing each other breathe because you don't know what to say. Or worse yet is like if you Skype. Hi.
Well, that's every Skype call ever.
That's true. How are you? Good. How are you? Good.
We're in silence.
All right.
We're in silence.
Well, I gotta go now.
Yeah, good talk.
Yeah.
Good talk.
Men in general aren't much communicators, except for you. See, there's another quality. Great.
You're trying to get me married off. You really? Yeah. She's trying to get me married off by the time by the next 2 months. The next month. By the time I turn 20.
No, I'm just proud of the job I did in training you to be a wonderful husband.
Thank you.
And father, because you're going to be great with kids. You're awesome with kids. Kids love you. You're like the Pied Piper. They do. They flock to you.
Do you know the story of the Pied Piper, though? That's not exactly a great
Well, the rats
metaphor.
would flock to him.
Yeah, but he killed them all. He led them to their deaths.
But they liked him. They liked the music he played. It's hot here. Why is it so hot? Because it's like 70 degrees outside, maybe? Because we've decided to go back to spring instead of fall.
Yeah, what's up with that, North Carolina?
I'm not complaining. I like it. I want to go to the beach.
So, yeah, is that
Here's
pretty...
the speed bumps.
Yeah.
All 13 of them.
And there's the one at the bottom of the hill.
Yep.
So, is that all? Were we going to say anything else? Did you have anything you wanted to say? Oh, yeah, I did want to say, like, all the like compliments you give me. Like, this time it feels kind of, like, I guess, narcissistic putting this up on my own YouTube channel.
Because you're like, so used to me beating you with, do this, you didn't do that right. No.
Yeah,
I don't worry about that anymore. You're an adult. You are. You're an adult now. You make your own choices. You know, it's like...
Can I go back to being 15? Like, I feel I'm ready to turn 15 now. I feel like I can handle that responsibility.
Now you'd be a great 15-year-old.
Yeah. It's like okay, here it is. You always feel like, man, I am not nearly mature enough to be an adult. I feel like a teenager. I'm a teen.
I'm still waiting to be an adult. I feel like an adult, I should say.
And then you hang out with a bunch of teenagers.
Yeah.
And you're like, gosh, I am so adulty. Look at me adulting all over the place. I am such an adult.
That's true.
That is life.
Yeah.
So we should, their puppy wears the cone of shame.
I wonder what he did wrong.
I do not like the cone of shame. So this was a lot of fun. This is probably our longest video yet, and I had a lot of fun with it. I have a lot more stories to tell though, including more recent ones, because that was all in grade school. I have ones to tell from when we moved to North Carolina. Mm-hmm. So this is part 1 of I don't know how many we're gonna do. And we both will see you in the future. Bye. You have anything you want to say?
No, I'm just very thankful for this time. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Thank you. I love it too. I love you.
I love you. Thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you. And we will see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.